If you are wanting to learn how to go from 6-figure years to 6-figure months, then this episode is for you. Today, I'm going to share with you 6 things that took me personally from 6-figure years, meaning generating roughly $100,000 in my business per year, to $100,000 per month in my business. So if you are a coach, consultant, healer, or service-based business owner, this episode is going to be for you. So let me dive into the 6 specific steps that I took that supported me to do just this in a few years alone. So number 1 was having a high ticket offer that I built a brand around. So I'm not saying it's not possible to make $100,000+ per month having a lower ticket service, meaning under $1,000. However, that definitely requires a larger audience and a really warm audience in order to do that. If you don't have tens of thousands of followers like most of us, then I want you to know you can still generate 6-figure months without having that. But you do then need to be charging high ticket and making sure that that offer or that program or service is extremely valuable so that you can price accordingly and feel confident doing so. And then we want to build a brand around it. So not just talk about it here and there or like, hey, come join my program, but actually build a brand around it. Speak about it consistently, show up for it consistently, showcase testimonials and all of the things to make sure that you are building a brand around it and people start to recognize the name of your program. I even did this when I was working towards my first 6-figure year. I was selling a program and I built a brand around it by talking about it all of the time. And I didn't have 15,000 offers that you could purchase. I had one paid program and I fell in love with it. I became completely obsessed with it and I spoke about it again and again and again, and that's what got people purchasing. So having a high ticket offer, meaning something that is $2,000 and more, but obviously the higher the ticket, the easier it is to generate 6 figures in a month, right? So if you wanted to make $100,000 in a month, that could look like 10 clients paying you $10,000. And you can imagine then if you're charging $5,000, then you need 20 clients and so forth. It gets more and more difficult to create 6 figures the lower the price point is. So having a high ticket and building a brand around it is going to make the sales process so much more easeful rather than constantly reinventing the wheel and thinking by making it cheaper, more people are going to join. It doesn't necessarily work like that. You need to be super, super sold on it and you need to get that brand out there. So that was number 1, was having a high ticket offer. So my mastermind at the time of recording this is priced at $8,000 which converts to around 12,500 Australian dollars. And so you can see that I don't need to sign that many clients to hit 6 figures in a month. It makes it more accessible. So if you do really great and you're launching, you're marketing, you're messaging, and you've built a brand around it, it's easier to sign these clients consistently. So that is number 1. Number 2, so the second thing that I did that absolutely has played one of the biggest roles possible in me being able to go from 6-figure years to 6-figure months is running impactful online events consistently. This is something I have done from day 1 in my business, guys. It's something I've done right from the beginning. Even when I was a total newbie and had no idea what I was doing, I was running events, whether that be free masterclasses or free 3 or 5 day challenges in my Facebook group or webinars or workshops. You name it, I have done it. And these events is the key reason why I have been able to have consistent 6-figure months. And this is because I'm running these events where I am inviting, typically for free, all of my audience, which is, hundreds of people registering to attend my free event. I deliver so much value. I, get them sold on my proven concept. I give my best stuff away for free and I really deeply support them. And that leaves them with then wanting to know more or learn more and work with me for the implementation aspect from it. So for example, let's just say you are a regular listener of this podcast. By the way, I am so eternally grateful for you. It means the world to me. But if you are a regular listener and you get a lot of value, but you don't yet work with me, you're not yet a client, my guess is that you have to piece a lot of things together. Like, I'm giving as much of the how-to as I can, but of course there's only so much context and only so much I can say and do without the personalization in these episodes. Whereas if you wanted to go straight to what works for you in your business and have me personally support you, you would need to join one of my programs. I just had a new mastermind member join me today, and we had our onboarding session, and it was just incredible. We completely revamped her I help statement, her offer, her pillars, and her marketing strategy, all within about 2.5 hours. Yes, I give a lot of personalized value to my mastermind clients, and now I've just got and mapped out a whole 12-week plan for her to follow from there. That is what we've been able to go through in this time, and it is way more specific and tangible and exciting and compelling and, wonderful in all of the ways than it was before. And it's just remarkable. And that's what can happen when you have someone supporting you with the implementation. And so, I can give the best of the best away, but if you want the personalization, if you want the accountability, and you want the in-depth support and the full piece of the puzzle how-to, you'd have to be in one of my programs. So I can give so much value in my events, and all that does, it doesn't make people go like, oh, I never need to work with her. She's just given me so much. It's like, I want to know more. If this is what I got for free, imagine what I'd get inside the program. And then they want to join the program. And same with if I deliver a lot of value here on the podcast. I've had a lot of you come to me being like, I love your podcast, and I thought I'd be able to get away with not investing because you just give so much juice in the podcast. But actually what I now want is I just really want to work with you. And I've gone through the same thing, so I totally get it. I remember listening to my coach's podcast thinking, I'm actually never going to sign up with her. She gives away so much here. But then when push came to shove, when I really needed support, guess who was the first and only person I thought of? My coach, right? So running these events, giving exceptional value is so worth my time, because there are a percentage of those people that then want support with the implementation. So running events consistently, and I mean every 6 weeks I'm running an event at the moment. This will of course change, but I also have lots of strategies around events. I have automated funnels now. I run paid workshops every now and again, and I also do mini events, like mini weekly events and trainings in my Facebook group. So there's lots of ways that you can receive support from me, and ways that I can use these events. And this is what I teach my clients, like my entire event formula that has truly been the result of having these six-figure months. This is what I recommend, because it's one thing to individually speak to one person at a time and have, so many sales calls, and it's another to just do your best efforts ever in an event using a proven process, and then just have everyone join off the back of that. It's way more sustainable and scalable. Number 3 is having long-term support to focus on what matters most and move faster. So I don't know about you, but when I don't have support, I get a billion ideas. I go in all sorts of direction. I lose focus. I lose track. And ultimately, it creates confusion in my brain, and I'm guessing my way forwards to move forwards. Whereas when I have a coach, she knows my goals, she knows where I'm at, she knows where I want to go, and she knows exactly what I need to tweak and shift and do in order to create just that. And so I find by having long-term support, that coach is going to know you at the deepest level, and they're going to be able to support you to focus on what truly matters most, because they are where you are. So I find that to be so helpful when you are hiring coaches, making sure you're hiring someone that has similar values and ethics and a personality you like, and has the result in the way that you want it. And so because my coach has the result that, I'm moving towards, it allows me to just not guess my way there, and instead follow a process to get there. Number 4 is offering a no-brainer offer that you can't turn down. So when we are charging high ticket for our offer, we want to make sure that the inclusions, the support, the result that the client gets is 10x what you charge. So let's just say you are charging $1,000 for your program. You want to make sure that the program is worth over $10,000 in value. So for example, I charge, like I said, $8,000, but I'm giving my clients the tools, the support, and the process to generate $100,000 every year on repeat, and even move towards it being $100,000 in a month. Like anything is possible, right? And so really, Would you pay $8,000 if that meant that you would learn how to make $100,000? The maths is, of course you would. Why wouldn't you pay $8,000 if in return it gave you the exact process you need to be able to make that on repeat 10x in your business? Like, of course you would. And you don't need to be a business coach to be able to put this financial value onto it. Like, people will pay money to save time, to improve their health, to transform their life on the inside and out, and improve relationships. Like, people put price tags and value points on all of these things dependent on how painful the problem is, how much they want the desire, and where that sits in their level of values, right? Everyone's got different priorities. And so don't think that it has to necessarily do something with money in order for you to create a no-brainer offer. So by having extraordinary inclusions and support and the messaging to articulate the true benefits, that's what's going to make your life so much easier. So offering a no-brainer offer that you can't turn down, like make people feel silly saying no to it because it's that good. And so many people like, Sofia, you have so much energy. How do you not have so many offers and you're doing all these things? And if anyone's familiar with human design, I'm a manifesting generator, and typically manifesting generators love to do all the things, and they can multitask and be everywhere and do all the things. And despite me being like a hardcore manifesting generator, like if you know anything about human design and you read about manifesting generators, like I tick the boxes on that design, and yet I'm all about simplicity. You will not see me having 15 offers, 10 offers, even 5 offers. Like I'm all about simplicity. Less is more for me. And so you might be wondering, well, how are you a manifesting generator, or how are you a multi-passionate person that has the energy, the time, and the capacity to do more things and you're not doing it? Well, it's because instead I put everything I have, all of my tools, my resource, my energy, my ideas, my creativity into the one offer to make it fucking amazing. Okay. So create a no-brainer offer that people just cannot turn down. Like sometimes when people say no to working with me, when I really believe I could help them, I'm just like, oh my God, they've just made the biggest mistake of their life. They're going to come right back around in a few months' time and be like, I can't believe I said no to you. And you know what? The amount of times that's happened is like unbelievable. More often than not, people say yes, to be honest, because I have such a high qualifying process. But, it absolutely happens that sometimes people say no. And I don't judge them. I'm not angry. I don't have any emotion to it other than I'm like, my God, like, I can't believe this. Like, you're going to go try find something else out there at this price point to support you this deep in this level, and you're just not going to be able to find it. I obviously don't say that to them, but that's my thoughts. I'm like, you have no idea what you're missing out on, because I've been in so many programs. I've invested in so many programs, masterminds, courses, mentorship, and things to learn from the best of the best. And it's really hard to find mentorship that will support you in the ways that's required, especially in the earlier stages of business in order to grow. And so it's something I'm really proud of with how I've created my offer to stand out in the market. Now, number 5 is giving without any attachment to receiving in return. So this is where I see a lot of coaches go wrong, is they are giving, they're like, I showed up in social media, where's my client? Or I've done this, I did this, I ran an event, where are my clients? Where are the sales? Where's my return? And whilst I completely respect and understand where that's coming from and why that's so important, it sucks when you're putting in your all and you're not getting that return, and obviously there's reasons for that and things that can be done to resolve that and move through that. However, that attachment, that scarcity, that deeper desire to receive something in return rather than to give is going to cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars. I really believe that my business is the way it is and where it is, where I'm generating 6-figure months in sales and in Australian dollars, just for transparency, is because I am so happy to give through my free resources, give through my content, give through my events, give through my podcast, give through my voice messages and conversations and personalization and things like that. I'm willing to do that without actually needing anything in return. And what's so ironic about that is it's me giving without that need of receiving in return that actually allows me to receive in return, because people can feel that energy if you need them more than they need you. And so I just give, and in return, I then receive. And without that attachment, and then on the off chance that someone doesn't, work with me or whatever, despite, having had conversations with them and giving them value and supporting them and things like that, I just let them go with love. Like, we're not for everyone and not everyone's for us, and that is totally okay. So making sure that you are giving from a place of like genuine detachment and just the desire to give, that's why so many of you started your business, because you want to help people, you want to serve others. It's a service-based industry, and by doing that and feeling so good doing so, you'll find that abundance will come back to you tenfold. And then number 6, guys, is having a rock solid strategy in place. So as you know, events is my biggest, way I generate results. And there are lots of simple strategies that can go so perfectly alongside that to support those events to really flourish. So for example, you can run the best event ever, but if you don't have an audience to attract people to watch that event to begin with, then it's not going to be that powerful. So having simple strategies in place that allow you to attract people so that you have people watching your event, attending your event, and then purchasing from your event is going to be key. So I give my clients and I support them to create an aligned marketing strategy so that they can consistently attract people, consistently nurture them, and consistently convert them, alongside and outside of events, because you don't want to just be only making money after the event. You also want to be making money consistently in between. And there are simple strategies you can have in place that go along so perfectly with events to do so. And that has supported me to make money more consistently and reach, therefore, those 6-figure months. So in a nutshell, these are the 6 things that took me from 6-figure years to 6-figure months. Number 1, having a high ticket offer that I've built a brand around. Number 2, running impactful online events consistently. Number 3, having long-term support to focus on what matters most and move faster. Number 4, offering a no-brainer offer that you can't turn down. Number 5, giving without any attachment to receiving in return. And number 6, having a rock-solid strategy in place. They are the 6 things that genuinely supported me to reach those 6-figure months and beyond. Something I'm so grateful to be in a position to even be able to share this information with you. I would love for you to reach out to me on Instagram, letting me know your biggest takeaway from today's episode. And if you would like to work with me, then I invite you to book a free complimentary strategy call with me where I can have a look on the inside of your business and see how I can support you to go to the next level. All you have to do is head to www.sofiarosebernardi.com/chat and you can book a free strategy call with me and we can chat and I can see how I can help you, and if it's the right fit for both of us, we can move forwards from there. I love you all. Thank you for tuning into this episode and I'll see you next week. Although I can't see each one of you, I know you're there because of the downloads we see each week, and I appreciate your presence immensely. If something in this episode resonated with you, I'd be thrilled to hear about it. Connect with me on Instagram @SofiaRoseBernardi. Share your key takeaways or simply say hello. Your thoughts mean the world to me. Remember, it's your feedback that keeps this show going. Until next time, take care.